What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck, and today we're going to be trying out a tournament winner. I don't know what the BOA tournament was, but it was a best of 3 tournament here that I found that was running the Vivi Soul Cauldron. Umbreon's even excited about it, but there's a few different cards in here like Voldaren Thrillseeker that stood out to me that's been added as a 2.0, as well as Marauding Mako, which kind of makes a lot of sense here. But this deck took over. It's got the normal tidings of Izzet in here with a ton of cards in the sideboard, so we're doing something I don't normally do, playing best of 3. If you're still here, please consider subscribing to the channel. A bunch of you aren't, but we'll get right on into it. And we got our first opponent here. And this video is probably going to be uncut all the way through. Opponent getting to choose who goes first. This doesn't matter as much anymore since we're playing best of 3. Normally best of 1, that's kind of a big impact. You know, if you're lucky enough to go first, you got a huge benefit on your end. But I'll get my chance if I lose, you know. Y'all probably hear Umbreon meowing. As much as I like Profts, I don't think I can keep that. I think we keep this. We can probably go ahead and get rid of the stories. I think that might be good. We've got the Mako and then the Agatha Soul Cauldron, and hopefully opponent doesn't have too many kill spells. We got a backup Mako there too. That's pretty decent for us. Oh, cut down. We knew opponent could have it. We got a backup Mako, but I think we go Soul Cauldron here. Watch, opponent's gonna have duress now or something. Target our hands, huh? We're still waiting for that extra land. Oh, opponent's thinking. Llanowar Elves, okay. Well, next turn we may Mako and then torch the tower, the elf. Okay, there's our third land too. We could Lightshatter, but I think we Mako first. Get that down. We take the Deep Cavern Bat just to put a 1/1 counter on it. And then we can go ahead and ping down the elf and hope that the opponent doesn't have any more ways to rush anything out. Normally if they're playing elves, well, Deep Cavern Bat, okay. Let's say normally if they're playing elves though, they use that as like a mana fix. So we'll see. Okay. They take the Lightshatter. So we can still take the other Mako in our graveyard. We could also do the Voldaren Thrillseeker, rather. So that could be... Let's see. Let's go take the Mako. I was going to say, we can do both. We can just pump up our creatures. I don't want to just make the Mako really big, just because of the fact that we want to have kind of a wide range of attackers here in case opponent can get rid of our creature. Demon Wall coming down. Okay. Well, see, and this is where it's perfect, because now we can go ahead and Lightshatter. We can pitch the Winternight Story. That goes up. We draw a card. We can go ahead and take their other bat, go ahead and put that on the Thrillseeker, swing for, well, what attack? Do we do it? I don't know. I think we do. We draw some more cards off that. Discard Vivi and Lightshatter. Well, we only have to do Vivi, actually. Get that. We can swing with both of these, or we can just wait. I'm going to wait, because once we go ahead and take Vivi from the graveyard, then boom, we're set. So yeah, look, we can Into the Flood Maw, but let's go ahead and get Vivi first. Vivi done. Lightshatter up and running. Now we've got access to all this mana, so let's go ahead and Into the Flood Maw, get rid of the Demon Wall. We can now go ahead and Kiora, and then we can go ahead and pay 0 and get rid of some of this crazy stuff. Well, maybe we get rid of the Lightshatter and the stories. Boom, boom. go ahead and not sacrifice, but let's add a few. Opponent sees enough. Yep, that's how it goes. And let's see what we want to sideboard here. I always forget that sideboarding is a thing in best of 3. So we got the Lithomantic Barrage. Do we even bother? I don't know if we bother changing anything. We didn't really see much of what the opponent has. I know that's not bright, but they have Demonic Wall. They're playing mono black. So, like, maybe we go for some Spell Pierce, and Barrage would be good for the discard and deal 5 damage. Lithomatic actually doesn't do anything because it is mono black. Forgot for a second there. We could do Disdainful Stroke potentially. But what do we get rid of even? This is one of my weak spots, y'all. I don't play best of 3 often. But what I'm thinking is they're playing green-black. They're going to bring in kill spells. We have a Ral also. I think we might just be good with that. Maybe we go Abrade if they try to bring in, like, some artifact. Well, do they even have artifacts? They could. Let's get rid of the Winternight Story, 2 of them, and then 1 Lightshatter. I would say the only thing I can think of is that opponent has a sideboard tech for graveyards. So if we can get rid of like a Ghost Vacuum or something like that. Okay, green, Llanowar Elf. Let's just go ahead and torch the elf immediately. Torch the tower, torch the elf. Kind of double down there. And then Deep Cavern Bat. I think they take the Profts here. That's probably the smart way. Yeah, okay. Let's say. Do they take the Lightshatter? But we got the Scorching Dragonfire, so we can get rid of that. I think we hold that for the upkeep, or their end step, I should say, not the upkeep. Well, there goes our Lightshatter. So, I think we're kind of okay here. Let's see. Demon Wall coming down, so we could Dragonfire the wall, but I think we go for Proft. We get a draw card off of it. We put that down. We still have the Lightshatter, so that this can be helpful. I think well, if we have to, we can discard that too, but we can next turn Lightshatter, pitch a land, pitch an enchantment. We get to put 2 extra counters on it, so it won't die to the Demon Wall. We have a Torch the Tower. So I think we gotta play the Mountain just to keep the Torch the Tower up. I mean, we could have played either, I guess, but we'll discard these, get 2 new types in our graveyard, so we're up to 4. Thrillseeker's not bad. We drew 2 extra cards, so we can do this. I think we attack, right? So if we attack, opponent loses both their creatures if they throw 2 blocks. So if they throw 1 block, we just get rid of the other one. If they double block here and chump block, we can still get rid of 1 before damage assigns and then kill the other. So yeah, so look, they're gonna do this. We have the Profts in hand, so what we do, let damage go through, torch the tower, bargain off our own Eidetic memory here. Boom. Keep the Spell Pierce, just in case. They do have like Liliana and stuff like that. Strategic Betrayal, of course. Well, that would have been helpful. So let's Voldaren Thrillseeker. We got backup on that, so pass the turn. hold open the Spell Pierce again. Well, Spell Pierce doesn't work on Cavern Bat. Okay. Yeah, I think we just gotta let it through. I was gonna say we could sack, destroy it, but they're gonna take the Profts, that's fine. Every time I say Profts, I think of the Professor. Ooh, another Thrillseeker. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Put it on the same one, swing. Maybe opponent blocks, maybe not. Alright, just slow rolling it here. Ooh, Tranquil Thrillback. Okay. So they can gain 4 life here. Yep, there's a 4 life. I was going to say they could get rid of the graveyards, but it's already gone. There's nothing in there. Into the Flood Maw. That's a bit of an interesting one here. So I think we may want to swing. So we can attack. They'll block one of our Thrillseekers if they're willing to trade their Thrillback, which is fine by me. But then we can Into the Flood Maw their Deep Cavern Bat, set them back a turn, but then we can also go ahead and Proft, get that onto the battlefield, we draw an extra card. Okay, well, Kioria's not going to be around for long. Oh, they're not going to play it. Darn it, if we would have kept our... They've been waiting. Opponents playing chess also. So yeah, they bring in a tapped land. Ooh, we got Abrade. So see, they did have artifacts. I didn't even know I was that good, you know. I think we pitched the Spell Pierce that we've had. Maybe we just do both. Yeah, because then we can put down the island. I think we hold off. So we pump up the Thrillseeker. I'm going to hold off on doing the Abrade right now because we can still sacrifice the Thrillseeker at instant speed. Oh, Gix's command. So do we sacrifice that first? If we sack it first, then we get to deal damage, but then we lose Kiora, so I don't think so. Kiora, I should say. We might as well... I don't know if we won't... Yeah. Ooh, that's even better now. We can give our... Yeah. So we're gonna lose a card in the graveyard. Like the card itself. But we can pump up the Kiora here. Kiora, I don't care. I'm probably saying it wrong. Pump it up. It now has the sacrifice deal 4. Alright, Underground Mortuary. Thrillback. So this is where it's going to be interesting because they can destroy an artifact or enchantment. Are they going to take the land, like the Soul Cauldron, or Proft? Looks like they're going to take the Soul Guide, or Agatha. Let's go ahead and kill the creature. They haven't played anything towards their Lumbering Wagon, so... Oh, now we get Vivi, of course. Well, we're still in a decent spot. We'll swing and pass the turn. Alright, what do we got, opponent? What do we got? Command again. Yep. Well, That's not great for us. We can Winternight Story. Let's go ahead and do that. We get another Vivi. We can discard it, or we can get rid of these two. I think we just get rid of these two. Oh, opponents had enough? Well, hey, I guess that's how we win. So, yeah, this was the best of 3 Izzet tournament winner deck. What do I think about it? This deck's actually pretty good. It's good in best of 1 also. I've been facing it a lot recently, and there's a lot of ways that it can win and hold off your opponents because red and blue just has so much support right now. So, if you built Izzet prowess before and you want to kind of stick with it and not have to get too many new wild cards used up or cards in general, I would definitely recommend it. But once again, thank you to everybody who's showing support. We're on our way to 1,500 still. If you have any ideas for videos, please leave a comment. Consider liking the video. And first and foremost, last but not least, you are doing everything right today, and you matter. Goodbye.